Welcome to the Omnic Recap. I am D, and every Sunday we look back at what happened during the past week in Overwatch. Well, this week was kinda boring. Apart from Dallas Fuel winning the May Melee tournament in the Overwatch League, which I've not been able to watch because they're broadcasting at an ungodly hour, nothing happened this week. Nothing. Not even an experimental card. Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Dallas Fuel. But that might just be the proverbial silence before the storm. Sorry for the spitting. If things go according to plan, next week, on Tuesday, May 18th, the anniversary event will be kicked off. Blizzard will be celebrating the 5th anniversary of Overwatch. It's getting old. More details about that event in last week's video. I'll leave a link up there. We'll most likely see an announcement and some teasers for skins in the coming days. Now, as I mentioned last week, Aaron Keller, the new director for Overwatch, shared that we'll get an update on Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 pretty soon. Now, that soon could either be the start of the anniversary event on May 18th, or it could be the actual anniversary on May 24th. I think I speak for all of us when I say, the sooner the better, alright? Question is, what are they going to tell us? Especially that Overwatch 1 update is a bit of a mystery. The track record for big updates in the last 12 months has been rather spotty, to say the least. Which is somewhat understandable since we're at the tail end of Overwatch 1 and we're all really looking forward to the next game. So why would they be adding new features now? The thing is, they might be talking about implementing features in the game right now to make the transition into the next game a little easier. There are going to be systems and features that they want to roll out and have proved by the time that millions of players come back for Overwatch 2. The big question here is, of course, what are these features, D? Come on. Well, I have about 5 ideas, concepts, features that kind of make sense to add to Overwatch 1 now, and that would stick around for Overwatch 2. Before I dive into the actual features, let's look at what we know. Not much. Aaron stated that this is a feature that is just as big as anything else they ever implemented in Overwatch 1, and that all of their different teams were involved and put in a lot of time and resources to make it happen. So basically, it's something huge, and it includes art, code, music, and probably some other stuff. The first idea is a feature that I've talked about before: clans. It is something like guilds, whatever. There's different names for that same concept where you group up with your friends and kind of don the same flag. It has been a widely requested feature, and Jeff actually mentioned in the previous update that this is something they want to do at some point. During BlizzCon Online, there was that one screenshot that showed off a user profile that had a clan name in it. So that proves that they're actually working on it right now. It is a feature that is definitely easier to roll out now since, yeah, the user base is kind of declining. And it is actually a feature that might bring people back to the game, at least for a short time, to claim a clan name or something. On the other hand, Jeff also mentioned that they prefer doing a system like this Blizzard-wide on a higher level, which makes a lot of sense. But that could actually explain why Aaron specifically said that all of the departments, all of the teams were kind of involved on this. Maybe he wasn't only talking about Overwatch teams. Oh. So yeah, this is the one that is on top of my list. Number 2 is more of a rework than a new feature. During the official announcement of Overwatch 2 2 years ago, it was confirmed that the next game would get a new leveling system. The current account leveling system has a few issues. You actually need a cheat sheet and a calculator to know which level you are. Come on. And these levels, they kind of lack incentive. Yay, a loot box. Woohoo. At this point, it's just more of a status. It just shows how much time you've put into the game, and yeah, you don't always want to show that off. But switching systems like that does require some planning, and preferably a controlled and dedicated rollout. On the other hand, I need to be the devil's advocate on my own ideas here, but they might just opt to reset all of the levels once we start with Overwatch 2. And at that point, they would make all of our previous levels some kind of feat of strength achievement thing, so you could check your profile. Oh, yeah, remember that? I was level 506. Number 3 is also a bit of a rework. Competitive play. Oh, in the last few years, Blizzard did a few updates on competitive with role queue, priority passes. But one thing that kind of always stayed the same is your progression and the rewards for competitive play. The system of doing placement matches in combination with your MMR to place you somewhere in the ranks will leave you disappointed and have you grind your way up to a higher level, if you're lucky. It is a system that mathematically kind of makes sense, I suppose. I think. I don't know. I'm not really good at math. You do the numbers. But what I can tell you is that a lot of players are frustrated by the system and actually feel like they're being cheated. And that's not a good thing. It actually goes against the core values of Blizzard and the Overwatch team. The game is supposed to be fun for everyone. Yeah, even that guy. On top of that, those golden weapon rewards, they just kind of lost their shine. Pun intended. If you've been playing comp for a while, you got all the golden weapons you need. And for the people that recently started, that coin system feels, bland, outdated. So there's a lot of stuff they can change in competitive. They could actually do a rank system like they have in Apex Legends, where your rank is less dependent on data and algorithms that are out of your control. And the reward system is linked into that. To be honest, a system like the one in Apex would make the Overwatch team's life a lot easier. The current matchmaking rating, it is quite complex. They've talked about this. It took them months to make the original version, and when they introduced role queue, they had to redo everything. Now we know that they have some really big changes in mind for Overwatch 2, like replacing tanks with brawlers, for instance. And they're even thinking of different sized teams. But there are the modes that are a little less focused on combat, like push is more of a strategic mode. If they let go of that controlled backhand, they'll be able to iterate on these changes a lot easier. But yeah, it's not up to me. Is it? No, it's not. Number 4 is actually an idea that came out of my Discord community. Oh, those beautiful people. A lot of them have been enjoying Apex Legends as of late, especially because Overwatch is kind of lacking content. Now, Apex Legends has one really defining feature, or something that is quite unique, and it is the ping system. Ever since Apex was released, our community has been asking for a similar system in Overwatch. And Jeff actually revealed a few years ago that they were actually experimenting with a system like that. But he also added, and rightfully so, that Overwatch is a very different game, a lot faster, a lot closer, so it's not that easy to implement. Last year they updated the communication wheel and added a lot more options and voice lines, which definitely helped, but there's still room for improvement. So let's see if they found that improvement. The last one is a feature that a lot of people have been asking for years now. It is cross persistence. No, not crossplay. Although, in case you do not know what crossplay is, it basically is the option to play against people on all platforms. So players on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, all facing each other in the same match. But the only way they can make that work for Overwatch, because it is such a fast-paced game, is by making it optional and excluding competitive. So it's possible, but not right now. The changes they would need to make feel like they would require a new interface, more systems, well, all that kind of stuff. Stuff you basically keep for the next engine, aka the next game. So I guess they can wait for that one. The cross persistence though. The difference is that it won't allow you to play together, but all your accounts on the different platforms are linked. So any progress you make and all of your cosmetics will be available on all platforms. The only thing they would have to exclude is your competitive level and your MMR rating. But still, a huge step forward. Alright, as a bonus, I'm going to throw in one more feature, one that actually came up in a conversation on our podcast this week. The Omnic Weekly, available on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher. Go check it out. Blizzard has clearly been throwing around skins left and right to get us all hyped for the Overwatch League, and it seems to be working. But what if that big feature is tied in to the team skins? What if they're going to allow us to recolor any skin in game with the template of your favorite team? So a mayhem colored Doomfish skin, or a Houston team Surf and Splash Torbjorn. Haha, yes. Okay, not very likely, but it is an awesome idea. Blizzard, wink wink, nudge nudge. Now, which of all these things that I just named do you want to see in game? Or maybe you have a different idea. Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to reading all of them. But for now, that was it. Give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so you'll get notified every time I upload a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and come say hi during one of my Twitch streams. All of the links are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Bye-bye. I got a new pet in my studio. It's a chicken. Right? That chicken can fly.